Welcome to another Cardano update. So in this video I will talk about both the short-term and the long-term potential of Cardano. And first I want to talk about the short term, so let's start on the 4-hour chart. We are still in a 1-2 setup right now, and maybe we bottomed already in the second wave move down right here. I mean, I would hope that we bottomed because, we cannot afford to go below the 0.786 extension. I mean, we already went to that extension in the second wave move down right here, so if this for some reason is some kind of A.D.I.D.A.C structure, that's not really going to work. And we will most likely get another move down in the second wave move right here because, an ABC structure could not really be that large and it cannot really afford to go below the 0.786 extension for like 3 times in a row. So yeah, let's hope that's not what's happening right now. However, if it is what's happening, then we will most likely get another low right here, as I said. In a more bullish scenario, we are now in an A-B structure and we are heading in a C wave. Now, I cannot confirm that we are doing that because, what we got right here, this pump from about 33 cents to about 35.6 cents is not enough, obviously. To confirm that the B wave has already bottomed, we need a break at least above 40.5 cents and then a break above this high as well. That will 100% confirm that the B wave is in and that we are heading in a C wave up. But as you know, I don't know if you watched my previous videos, I said that the B wave is not allowed to get below these lows right here, and it did not get below these lows, so things are looking good right now, but like I said, this could always fail. As you can see, the B wave is very impulsive. Well, it was very impulsive, which doesn't normally happen in a B wave. A B wave is not that impulsive, so this is very questionable right here, but Cardano can get away with it if it actually gets above the bull market support band first and then gets to the 200% extension right here of this 1-2 setup, which is at 52.7 cents. Once we do that, then I will be able to confirm that the third wave right here is in, and then you can expect a fourth wave move down and then a fifth wave move up. And once we get these 5 waves, like I said, I will be able to confirm that the main second wave move down is in. Until then, this is just not that important because we are still pretty much going sideways. We have been going sideways since like about June 14th, I would say. So this is nothing to get excited about. We still need to get 5 waves to confirm that something bullish is going on. Now, I still believe Cardano will do quite well in this cycle, but it might struggle for the next couple of weeks or maybe even months. I will talk about why very soon. And maybe we'll just continue going sideways until Bitcoin dominance actually tops, because right now I don't think Bitcoin dominance has topped, and I don't know if it will top in October or in December. I kind of wanted to see it top in October. That's what I said for the past few weeks. I said that Bitcoin dominance needs to top in October, but it would have been better for it to top last month, to be honest with you. We should have topped in September, and October, in my opinion, should have started the altcoin season. Now, it's not too late. Today is only October 5th, so we still have some time left. But yeah, Bitcoin is still going sideways right now, which is kind of weird. Usually Bitcoin goes up in October and it goes up quite a lot, especially in halving years. So seeing it go sideways for the 8th month in a row right now, yeah, about the 8th month in a row, it's kind of weird. I don't know why that is happening. I believe we are forming some kind of triangle here, but this is way too long even for Bitcoin. But we'll see what happens with this. I'm still expecting Bitcoin to hit like 100k by the end of the year, so if we do not do that, then I will most likely turn bearish. And yeah, usually we go up in October, November and December, so right now there's no reason why we could not go up. And of course, many people are waiting for the elections right now, so maybe that's why the Bitcoin price has not done anything for the past 7 months. Maybe people are just waiting for the results, and once we get the results, then, the price will do something based on who wins, I guess. Also, we just had some rate cuts a couple of weeks ago, I would say, and, the rate cuts are obviously not over. We still need to get more, and that will most likely impact the price of Bitcoin. Now, I don't know if it will impact it in a negative way or in a positive way. We'll have to see about that. But you know, the last time we had some major rate cuts was right here in this period in the previous cycle. And as you know, during that time, Bitcoin went from about $10,000 to about $63,000. So, you know, but of course, this is not a Bitcoin video. I'm only talking about Bitcoin because I believe Bitcoin is very important when talking about Cardano. And I believe the real altcoin season will start once Bitcoin gets to 100K. Until then, I think this is just going to be noise. Now, of course, we do not have to copy exactly what we did in the previous cycle, and right now we are following what we did in the previous cycle. As you can see, in the previous cycle, after we had the halving somewhere around here, the price did not really do that much, and it pretty much went sideways for about, let's say, 6 or 7 months, and then it had this huge move to the upside. And you know, right now we are doing the exact same thing as we did right here, so maybe we just have to wait a few more days or weeks for a pump to happen. But you know, if we are following what we did over here, then we need to start a pump very soon. We cannot afford to go sideways for another month or so. Now, before I continue with Cardano, if you can remember in the previous cycle right here, this is when Bitcoin dominance had its last pump of the cycle, and as you can see, during that time, Bitcoin went from $10,000 to about $41,000. Let me go in the Bitcoin dominance chart as well, so you can see where that is. So when Bitcoin dominance was doing this, Bitcoin went from $10,000 to $41,000. What did Cardano do during that time? Well, Cardano, if you can remember, it did go up as well, but it did not go up as much as Bitcoin, and it only went up from about 8 cents to about 41 cents, which I know sounds like a lot, but when you compare it to what happened to Bitcoin, I mean, it severely underperformed against it. But what happened after that? Bitcoin dominance stopped, as you can see right here. And then when Bitcoin dominance was doing this, and by the way, when Bitcoin dominance was doing this, Bitcoin was still going up. So, and if you can remember in the previous cycle, when Bitcoin dominance was doing this, Cardano was doing the exact opposite of what Bitcoin dominance was doing. It was actually going up. However, that does not mean that when Bitcoin dominance was going down right here, the Bitcoin price was going down as well. No, that's not the case. If you look at what was happening during this time right here, you'll see that Bitcoin was still going up during that time. It just did not go up as much as it did right here. And why is that? Well, it's because this is when the altcoin season actually started, so Bitcoin started to underperform against the altcoins. And if you can remember, this is when we had most of the gains on the Cardano chart, and we went from about 40 cents to about $3.10. But during that time, Bitcoin only went from 40K to 63K. So when we did this on the Cardano chart, Cardano went from 8 cents to 40 cents, while Bitcoin went from 10K to 40K. And when we had this move on the Cardano chart, Cardano went from 40 cents to $3.10, while Bitcoin went from 40K to about 63K. So that's how an altcoin season works. Of course, we cannot have an altcoin season for the entire cycle, so if Bitcoin performs well right now, and if Bitcoin dominance is very high right now, this does not mean that Bitcoin dominance will continue going up. At some point we need a correction like this, and at some point we need the altcoins to start doing better than Bitcoin, and that's what will make the Bitcoin dominance do something like this again. And as you can see, we always do this. I mean, we did it in the previous cycle right here, and we did it in the previous cycle before that as well. So I'm not saying that we need another altcoin season, but judging by what happened in the previous cycle, I mean, I think it's very likely that we do get an altcoin season very soon, and I think it's very likely that the altcoins will go nuts when we get that altcoin season. Now, I don't know when that will be, and honestly, I mean, it could take another month, maybe 2, maybe 3, because as you know, Bitcoin dominance is still not at 60%. Of course, you could also say that maybe the move that we had in the previous cycle right here, from about 10K to about 40K, already happened on the Bitcoin chart in this cycle. I mean, as you can see, we have only gone up after hitting the bear market low, and, you know, maybe we are copying what we did over here, but we just did it earlier in the cycle. And if that's the case, then the altcoins could start the altcoin season way earlier than in the previous cycle. So yeah, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out the YouTube memberships and the Patreon if you want access to all of our charts. And if you want some bonus content as well, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.